A New Year's resolution is a great way to kickstart the year on the right foot while setting the stage for continued growth. However, most people struggle with sticking to their resolutions beyond the first few weeks or days of the new year. How can you beat the odds and meet your goals in 2020? We asked the members of Young Entrepreneur Council to share how they make their New Year's resolutions work in the long term. Their best answers are below. Young Entrepreneur Council members offer hacks for fulfilling resolutions. Photos courtesy of the individual members. 1. Have an accountability partner. Most people try to meet their New Year's resolutions entirely on their own. They approach and think of it as an individual goal, which isn't wrong. However, when you do something alone, it can become difficult to motivate yourself to stay on track. An accountability partner gives you someone to share your journey with. Try to find someone who has the same goals, or simply ask a friend or family member to keep you accountable. Check in with them on a weekly or monthly basis, and talk to them about your wins and challenges. An accountability partner can motivate you to stay on track and keep you from losing sight of your goals. 2. Create a schedule. Many people will make a New Year's resolution and just hope that their willpower will help them reach their goals. If you want to stick to your resolutions long term, you need to actually create a schedule that will help you reach your goals. For example, if your goal is to run a marathon in 2020, you should get a planner or a calendar app and create a schedule. Carve out time each week for training and anything else you need to do to reach your goal. When you create a schedule for yourself, it's easier to stick to it and do what needs to be done. 3. Understand why you're doing it. Getting really clear on the what of a New Year's resolution is powerful, but ultimately doesn't build in any contingencies for massive life changes. For example, if you want your company to hit $10 million next year and you get a cancer diagnosis in April, I promise you that goal will go unfulfilled. Aim to understand why you are making goals. If your goal was to lose 50 pounds and you only lose 30 at the end of the year, but you also quit smoking, started getting more sleep and eating healthier, your why might have been to live healthier. Your what would say that you failed, but your why would say that you succeeded. 4. Set SMART goals. I follow the SMART formula, which is setting specific, measurable, attainable, relevant and timely goals. When you set up a goal that is SMART, you have a very granular view on what it is that you are trying to achieve. The more specific it is, the easier it will be to envision happening and take action on it. A lot of people set goals, walk away and never revisit them. You need to constantly remind yourself of what you are working toward and why. When the goal has a defined purpose for meeting it, you will be more likely to remember it and want to make it come true. 5. Focus on small wins. People tend to focus on lofty, year-long goals as their New Year's resolution. Try breaking up your larger goal into smaller, micro goals. Focus on small wins. For example, you could set a goal of gaining $2,500 in new business in the next 14 days. Once you set small goals and learn to execute them well, you'll continue to set more of them, and before you know it, a prolonged amount of time has passed. 6. Tell people. If you tell people close to you what your resolutions are and that you want them to hold you to them, you will be much more enticed to achieve them. Knowing that every time you see your business partner or group of friends, you are going to be asked about the progress of your resolutions is a great incentive. If you simply write some things down and tuck it into the back of your desk, nothing will happen. Make your wants public. Let others encourage you. 7. Set big milestones and daily actions. Last year, I started using a passion planner and it has really kept me on track. Essentially, this planner has you write out 3-month goals, 1-year goals, 3-year goals, and lifetime goals. Then, you break down your goals so you know what to do on a daily basis to hit your milestones. Take learning a language, for instance. One just doesn't learn a new language. It takes consistent, daily or weekly practice. Also, when setting goals in the first place, it is important that they are SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. If you want to be fluent in a new language in 3 years, what milestones will you give yourself to meet so you can stay on track throughout the duration of time you've set? 8. Focus on specific benefits. Keep the benefits of sticking to your resolutions top of mind. Write them down. Put them on a sticky note on your monitor. Create weekly calendar reminders. There are tons of ways you can get creative with this, but the idea is to remember why it's important for you to stick to those resolutions. If your goal is to launch a company, remember what that company will do. How will it improve people's lives? Will it make their jobs easier or communities better? If your goal is to lose weight, remember what the benefits are. How will it improve your life? Will it give you more energy so you can enjoy your time with your family more? The more specific you are about the benefits and the more you keep them top of mind, the more likely you are to stick to them. 9. Be honest and realistic when setting New Year's resolutions. It's important to first be honest with yourself. One of the biggest mistakes people make is setting goals that are too big, too unrealistic, or too many in number at once. Making a resolution to be more organized, for example, is too general and doesn't give you something specific to strive for. Instead, try adding in detailed ways to improve your organization by pinpointing where attention is most needed. Are you struggling to keep your head above water at work due to too many processes and not enough time? Try combining systems into one program or keeping a log of meetings, notes, and completed tasks in daily journal. When the approach is attainable, people tend to stick to resolutions more than if they're too broad and not easy to keep up with. 10. Don't be too hard on yourself. You shouldn't be so lenient on yourself that you're getting away with not accomplishing your goals, but it's important to remember that you're human and you'll have days you don't get as much done as you hoped. It happens to everyone. What's important is that you don't lose your focus or your drive to reach your goals and move closer towards your dreams. Go easy on yourself when you want to be mean, and understand that off days happen. This mindset gives you enough leeway to start fresh the next day and get to work.